In this video, I'm going to show you how to display different types of clickable content in the Post Table Pro plugin. So here I have a table created using Post Table Pro, which is basically listing my WordPress blog posts in a table. What I'm going to show you how to do in this video is add buttons or clickable links or even icons which are linking to a different URL directly within your table. So now we're in the dashboard for the WordPress admin, and what we need to do first is go to the Post Table Pro plugin settings page. I'm assuming that you've already got the Post Table Pro plugin and installed it on your site. So you now go to Settings, Post Table Pro, and if you haven't already done so, add your license key in the box and then scroll down. What we're looking for is the Shortcodes option, which you can see here. You need to tick that to show links, icons, buttons, etc. directly in Post Table Pro. And that basically tells Post Table Pro to honour any formatting that you're adding to the content of the table and not just to display it as plain text. So if you don't use that box and you add a link or something, you'll actually see the code for the link in the table. It won't format it as a link. So tick that box and then scroll down and click Save. The next step is to add some shortcodes, buttons, etc. to our contents of the table so that we can easily display that. So let's go to posts, and I'm going to edit a few different posts now. So let's see what's at the top of my table. Hello world. So let's go into that one, and I'm going to add a button just to show you how it's done. So to add a button will depend on your theme, to be honest. So a lot of themes, particularly the sort of more fully featured ones like Avada and Divi and things like that, and also if you have a page builder plugin installed, that will probably come with a button. So you need to look up your theme and see what the code for a button is. To add a button on my theme, I need to add a link and then add some HTML code. So I'm going to write button. That's very creative of me. And then I'm going to make it into a link, and let's just do our website address there. Right, so that's going to be a normal link first, but I want it to be a button. So for my particular theme, if I go class equals button, then that turns it into a button. It will be different in your theme. You might have a short code rather than doing it in HTML, for example. So look up the buttons that come with your theme. And if your theme doesn't come with a button, then that's okay. I would recommend a plugin called Shortcodes Ultimate, and that's a free WordPress plugin which allows you to create buttons without it being built into your theme or something. And of course, if you're a developer and you know how to do this, then you can also code your own buttons. So whatever the method, add them to one of the fields that you want to display in Post Table Pro. And in this example, I've added it to the main content field, which I'm going to have as a column in my table. Let's go back to Post Table Pro now, and I'm going to refresh the page. And you can see that it's put a button in the content column, and that's what we want there. And if I click on it, it will take me to the website, which I linked to from the button. So that was the link I added. So that's how to add a button. The next thing I'm going to do is add a normal text-based link. You've probably already figured out how to do that because you just saw me add a button, which was basically the same, but let's do it anyway. So what we do is we go to one of the fields that we're displaying as a column in Post Table Pro, and we just add a link. So let's call it click here. We highlight it, we turn it into a link, do whatever URL you want. All standard stuff, and then save it. Now we're going to go back to our table, which I have lost. There it is. We refresh the page, and you can see now that we have a link up here. So that I had content underneath it, which is why that's appearing underneath, and that is a clickable link. So we've added a button and a clickable link. And if you wanted to add a download link, then that is a very similar process to both of these. A lot of people use Post Table Pro to create a document library where people download documents directly from the table, and that's absolutely fine. you can add your download links using several different methods, two of which are these methods I've shown you here. So you can add a button or you can add a link. And what you do first is that you would upload the PDF or whatever file you want people to download to your media library in WordPress, and you would then link to that URL. So it's the same method I've shown you, but you'd link to a file within your media library, and that's how you would create that download link for a document library. The final thing I'm going to show you how to do is to add an icon. There's a lot of people, again, to use the document library example, might want to add an icon which people can click on. It could be a social media icon like linking through to your Facebook profile or something, or it might be a download icon which people can click on to download a file. So it's a nice visual way of adding clickable content within Post-Table Pro. So let's do that now. I'm going to go back to the WordPress admin and I want to install a plugin this time. If your theme already comes with a means of adding icons, then just do whatever comes with your theme, or indeed your page builder plugin. I'm using quite a simple theme. I'm using Storefront by WooCommerce, and that doesn't come with built-in icons that I can add wherever I want. So what I'm going to do is install a free plugin called Better Font Awesome. So I'm just searching for that under plugins, add new, and I'm going to install the Better Font Awesome plugin. As you can see, it's a very popular plugin, lots of installs, and we'll click activate. So now we're going to go back to the list of posts, which I'd gone away from. Here it is. And let's go to edit another post. So here I'm going to delete all my content and I want to add an icon which people can click on. So to do that, I'm going to go to the Better Font Awesome page. So this is the page on wordpress.org for the plugin that I just installed. And if you scroll down, you'll find an example shortcode. So I'm going to copy that there. And then I'm going to paste it into my page. Oh, as you can see, it's copied some nasty formatting. If you check text view, you can see that's not good. So let's remove all that. And what I should have done, I'll just save you making the same mistake, is that if you click this button first, paste as text, it won't copy over that nasty formatting. So just be careful when you're copying shortcodes from other sites, because it may not work if it's copied any formatting over alongside it. So here we have an icon. The name of the icon is flag. I'm going to change it to download. Now there's something like 400 or more Font Awesome icons that you can use with this plugin. So go to the Font Awesome website and look at all the different icon names that you can choose. I happen to know that there's one called download. I also need to turn this icon into a link because what I've just added won't link it anywhere. So I'm going to highlight it and then add a link. Let's add a link again, just in the usual way for WordPress. And now you can see that it's purple and it's a clickable link. So I'm going to update that post and then see how that appears within Post-Table Pro. And here you can see an icon. That is seriously weird. It looks like the default shortcode that we copied from the Better Font Awesome website has a weird spinning effect. If you want that, then fine, but I'm going to remove it because that is kind of strange. So let's change that to just 2 times. And that basically just says that that's the size of the icon. You can have 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, and so on to control the size of your icons. And if you go to the Better Font Awesome webpage on wordpress.org, then it will show you all of the different ways that you can have the icons. So let's refresh the page and see if the spinning stops. That looks more sensible to me. So if you were creating a document library where you wanted to have icons like this that people could click on to download a document, then you would create a column to put those links in and create the links in the way that I've shown you. So now you know 3 ways to add different types of links and buttons and icons and things within Post-Table Pro. You can basically, to a large extent, add what you want within the table. So long as you tick that shortcodes box on the plugin settings page that I showed you earlier, Post-Table Pro will render that content, whether it's shortcodes provided by other plugins, HTML formatting, or that kind of thing. And that allows you to make your tables much more interactive and add much more interesting content that will make your tables more usable for people. I hope that's useful to you.